swaggiest offensive lineman that you'd ever want to see, Armand Membou, last year's 7th overall pick from the Jets. I'm starting right there. Because Baldy and I, this caught, how could it not catch our eye, right? This is a skill position set of cleats that we got. I don't know that I've ever seen this on an offensive lineman. This is amazing. Tell me the thought process behind the fluorescent cleats.
Yeah, crazy, man. I just seen these on Dick's, and I'm like, green. Like, I just, wanted to have a little swag, so I just caught them. Nothing crazy.
Well, what does a fellow offensive lineman think of?
Well, first of all, the swag comes from the fact he played every snap last year.
There you go.
Like, not many guys accomplish that, Armand. It's like quite a feat of you playing every single snap for this team a year ago.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, that's just, as an O-lineman, you got to play every play. You can't come out, so, you just got to do what you do.
And he plays fast. He plays aggressive. He plays with passion. Sometimes you were getting into it last year with the opposing team. There's one game I was covering. I think it was the Patriots game. You're not afraid to show that part of your game as well. What are you working on out here? What's Armand Membou got to do in year 2 in the NFL?
I feel like going into year 2, my biggest thing is, just working on my consistency, because I feel like at times last year, I get, beat. So I just want to eliminate those plays, a game where I get beat, and be a lot more consistent.
If I had to throw an adjective out there to describe your game, Armand, it's power. You've got real power. Can you become more powerful? Can you unlock the hips even quicker than what you already do? Can you become even stronger at this point in your career?
I appreciate that. I feel like I can. I feel like now I'm a lot more settled in. So, I think I can play with more power, and I feel like that is a big part of my game. Just my first step, my power off the ball. So, just keep building on that in year 2.
Power leads to pancake blocks. I was doing a little bit of research on you beforehand. I was reading my friend Steve Serby, who's out here at practice today from the New York Post, longtime columnist, did a Q&A with you last year, and he asked you, do you like pancake blocks or pancakes better? And you said pancake blocks. Have pancakes closed the gap at all, or is it still pancake blocks for you?
It's still pancake blocks. There's not a better feeling in the world. You can move a man from point A to point B and put him on his back.
A big man, too, as well. What's the key to a pancake block? What makes you put a guy on his back and not just move him?
Like I said, it's just, moving him off the ball, and it's a want-to thing. You want to assert your dominance on him and get him on the ground. So
you got to break the sword. You got to break their will, right? I mean, you know what that feels like. And I always say this. Whereas a plane's flying over right now, they're probably got drones and everything following you around right now, Armand. But I think it's what's interesting to me is you always hear a defense start to come apart when you run the ball down their throats. You can hear them basically pointing fingers at each other. Did you hear some of that last year?
At times, when we were able to get the run game going, it's a good feeling when you feel them get frustrated and you get close to the red zone, and you about to break their will.
Give me an impression of Geno Smith. How's he commanding the huddle? What kind of feel do you have for the guy that's behind you that you're going to be charged with protecting and keeping upright this year?
Yeah, Geno's a great leader, man. He's been a cool guy to get to know, and he just he makes you feel loved as an O-lineman, and we do our job. I block from him, and he's been doing his job so far.
How do you do that other than the Christmas gifts as a quarterback? How do you make the offensive line feel good?
He just, just showing support in the huddle, and, when you get that ball out quick and you get it on time, then, that's what it is.
Armand, the offensive line is a brotherhood. You understand that. Last year, Joe Tippmann gets thrown in there right before the start of the season at right guard, and you built chemistry with him pretty quickly. What's it been like this year through the offseason, through training camp so far, 3 straight days of padded practice, working with Joe next to him?
It's been great because, like you said, man, he just got thrown in there a week before the game. So as the season got in, we got settled in with each other, but it definitely took a little while. But, now this year I've had a whole offseason with him, and, we've had camp so far. And, he just got paid, so, I'm really proud of him. So, we're going to get things rolling this year for sure.
With some of the guys up front here, especially on the edge, even the young guy, David Bailey. Give me your impression of David Bailey. What kind of problems does he create for offensive tackles?
He's been great so far, man. I've been telling everybody, his speed, he has great speed at first step, and then, he's able to use that, too, to go speed the power on you. So he always keeps me on my toes, and we've been getting a lot of good work so far.
I think, that matchup, just watching a little bit of one-on-ones and stuff out there today, you're trying to stay as square as you possibly can, right? He's trying to win the corner. So that first step is critical to him. Has that been good for you, seeing that speed off the edge like that?
It's been great. I feel like we have, this year we have a deep edge room. So, just seeing that every day in practice, I know once I get to the game, it's going to be way slower for me, going against some other edges. So,
give us the rundown on Frank Reich. We know him. We know him as a player. We know him as a coach. Now an offensive coordinator with the Jets. How has he done coming into the room and commanding it?
It's been great so far. I think he's done just a really good job of, just captivating the guys, the offense, and it's been really fun, working with his plays and everything. So I really like him.
Armand Membou, tough to get around him, Baldy. Tough to get through him,
Well, it starts with the feet.
Starts with the feet.
Yeah.
And it ends with the feet. See what I'm doing there? It ends with I'm trying to get the camera to go down there. Hey, appreciate it, man. We'll be seeing you out there. Are you going to wear those in the game, you think?
I'm going to try. If I don't get fined, then I'll keep them on.
You know what?
You got a big fashion police out there sometimes.
You talked about getting paid. There's a big contract in your future to keep the way you can pay for all these fines and the cleats themselves. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
2 days of joint practices. Like we say all the time, you're in practice against your own guys. You get a different look. You want to see how you respond to it? How did you guys respond to it?
Yeah, I mean, it's always exciting, finally getting a different group out there, having DBs that we haven't been running the same plays on for a few weeks, and all of a sudden it feels fresh. So I thought we did a good job. It's what it's all about. Full pads, it's scrappy out there, it's hot, and it's just competitive, and that's what we all fell in love with this game for. So it's fun to be out there competing.
Okay, I'm going to say this because I know you won't, but are we going to get you the ball this year? It's been too long for us not to get you the ball. Can we – I know this offense, they're going to do a bunch of different motion shifts, wide receiver screens, but are we going to find a way to get you, 8 to 10 touches a game?
You know what? I feel like we're going to see what happens, man. I'm going to be there for them if they need that, right? And that's the thing with our offense this year. We got weapons all over the board. Coach Reich knows exactly what he wants the identity of our offense to be, and our O-line comes off the ball like nothing I've ever seen. So when I'm called upon, I'll be ready. But we got weapons all over, and I'm excited to see how it plays out.
I'm selfish for you. I'm selfish for you.
I appreciate you, man.
They can dial it up and they can call it all they want. The guy's got to deliver it to you, and his name is Geno Smith. What have you seen from him this offseason, spring into the summer, to get you the football? I mean, it looks like he's not shy about putting it in some tight places.
No doubt. He's super cerebral, just digesting looks from the defense, knowing what they're in before we can see it as receivers, and kind of giving us those cues to know what we're about to get. So I honestly, I don't know why I was like, when I had an expectation when he first got here, and he's just exceeded all of them as far as, I talked to Jackson. He's like, yeah, he's cool, we're going to do this and that. But once he got up in front of that first offensive meeting and gave us the cadence.
Right.
And I thought he brought it with him from Oakland or from Seattle. He was like, no, I just learned this. And he was able to regurgitate it to us perfectly. Stuff that's like, it sounds simple right now, but it's hard stuff, and that's when I first knew. And then once we get out there at practice, he wants to talk through every play after, stuff that I like, and you all of a sudden you find answers to everything. So we're still getting there. We're working through it, and to have another team there this week to finally try those things, it felt even more real. So
you broke the huddle today, and I saw him. Hey, no, you're on the other side.
Damn
so
right.
he knows where everybody's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Well, I was going to say there was a throw today in today's practice where he kind of got it up over a linebacker, and you had a DB all over you on a dig route.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you were, that was nice. And so, have you seen those type of throws? I mean, again, you kind of play with a plethora of quarterbacks. That's the type of throw that you're looking for from Geno.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of this league is those guys are good, man, and sometimes it's going to take a perfect throw, a perfect catch, and if you are able to deliver on that, it's unguardable, right? So I think that play you're talking about was an example of that. It's good coverage. He was inside leverage. It's not going to be easy, but, you get a ball like that, all of a sudden that was my job to make that play every time, and stuff like that is why I'm so excited to play with Geno. He trusts his receivers. And not to mention, he can put it anywhere on the field, man. He really can.
Service is kind of spotty around here. Hopefully it'll play here. But this play yesterday, Garrett Wilson did what was the caption? Take me through that one and the cutback and the little spin here.
You know what? It was one of those plays, kind of got tipped up at the line, and it's just like, just kind of fell to me. So now it's like, I'm playing with house money, Let's see what we can do. And that's just how it played out.
The energy, it just feels like it's different. I've never been here before, so I don't know.
No,
this is my first time here. Great facility, practice, all that, but the energy just seems different.
Yeah.
I mean, guys are yelling and cheering. You're seeing the defense jump.
No doubt.
Offense is excited. Guys are getting physical and aggressive. Like, how has AG kind of changed from this year to last year?
I mean, I think the number one thing is the guys we have in the facility. Number one on the team, coaching staff. It's first year in, I can imagine there's some things that you got to figure out, right? And then all of a sudden he knows what he wants, and I feel like that's the group we got now. Just being with them for these last few months since April, it's been super cool to just build these relationships with these guys. And the thing we know about it is the only way we get to keep building these relationships is that we go out and play good football. We win games. So that's been the motivation. How do we allow ourselves to continue, making friends and being, you know what I'm saying, building that relationship with each other. And it's been cool, man. So I think we got the special combination of guys in the room that feels a little different. And obviously I'm biased, but it feels different. I agree with you, and now it's our job to make sure it translates to Sunday and we execute and play our best ball when everyone's watching.
Garrett Wilson, get him the ball. MJD is saying
get him the ball.
Now listen, if you said it, you wouldn't be the first Jets receiver to say it.
That's why I said I was.
I got love for Keyshawn.
Back to the days of Keyshawn, we always got love for Keyshawn.
I got love for Keyshawn.
And we got love for you as a player and an interview. Appreciate you stopping by. Always great, man.
I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Right on.